Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all. Today we are streaming live on UTM Engineering Student Virtual Hangout Zone for We Listen, We Care, Tips for Self-Care and Emotion, organized by Faculty of Engineering, UTM Johor Bahru. Viewers are welcome to drop any questions on the comment section and I'll read the selected questions at the end of the session. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are glad to have Mr. Nurul Aziz Mohamed, Psychology Officer from Counselling Center, UTM, with us today. Without any further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Nurul Aziz to start his sharing. Mr. Nurul Aziz, over to you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Amir. Okay, my name is Nurul Aziz bin Mohamed, Psychology Officer from Counselling Center, UTM Johor Bahru. As we all know, we have a session and regarding We Listen, We Care, tips for self-care and emotion. All right, dear students and whoever watching our live session today. So today we're going to talk about all about our self-care, how we're going to take care of our mental health, so-called mental health, how we're going to take care of our emotion. So today I will share together with you guys. Um, I hope that you guys can give full of your attention, okay, and then give some feedback throughout the comment section. Just now, like Mr. Amir mentioned. Also, I will use both language like Malay and English. I hope you guys will understand and get some information from our sharing today. So, as we all know, the title of sharing today is We Listen, We Care. When we talk about we listen, it's not only we listen to reply, but we listen to understand, all right? We listen and we care. We care all of you guys. And today, we're also going to talk about tips for self-care and emotion. All right. So we're going to, I have a bit, not too length of a slide. Okay, these are the first picture. How do you feel when you guys see the picture? Some of uh, some of them will feedback like they feel terrified, they feel scared, takut, rasa terkejut tengok gambar ni. Alright, they will terrified when see this picture. Some of us might be having this kind of feeling. Alright, fear, scared, especially during our COVID pandemic situation. Today, you all notice that the graph of COVID-19 in Malaysia especially being increased day by day. So the worried, the anxious must be in there. Am I right? Right. Then next, we move on to the, these are the a great picture, all right, burnt out. When we talk about burnt out, okay, in Malay we call it as like dah letih sangat, lesu sangat, burn out, alright, too stress with our work. When we talk about burn out, it's not only for whoever in working place, no, it's everybody are burnt out according their daily routine life, alright. So some of us feel like I already burned out from whatever I'm doing, especially students. Okay, now you guys are at home, stay put where you are. All right, you are at home. So after this, I'm going to talk about what are the tips of your self-care and emotion at home, right? Then these are the third picture. I think it's stress. What animal is it? These are the zebra. See, you can see the line, the black line from the zebra. Feel like you are losing it. All right, so it's kind of stress is there. So today, so these are the pemahaman yang mudah sekali baca dah boleh faham. So meaning that these are very simple and a brief explanation about stress, about anxiety, about depression. Okay, guys. So we have to understand very well what are the stress, what are the anxiety, what are the depression. These three elements is actually related. start from the stress first. Okay, what are the stress? Stress is a current event, perkara yang berlaku sekarang membuatkan kita tertekan. So meaning that, so I will give you an example about stress. Right. So now we are aware the pandemic COVID-19 are around us. We are aware, isn't it? Okay, we know that the things is happen right now. All right. So when the thing it happen, somehow when we go out, okay, when we go out, when we are in any crowd situation, we will have some worry. Okay, and then the simplest example that I can give you guys, as a student, okay, as a student, we will have a exam period. Am I right? We know the exact date of exam. For example, the exam will be around like 5th of November. These are the example, all right? So we already know the date of exam, 5th of November. And then we already know that the exam will started at 9 o'clock at morning. So the example, 5th November, 9 o'clock at morning. And then what are the paper, the name of the paper? We already know that thing. Okay, these are the current event. So stress divided by 2. The first one is eustress. 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 And then the second one is a distress. 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 Right. So eustress we name as a positive stress. These are the really good stress. And distress is a negative stress. Okay. From the same example, we already know 5th November is a exam date. 9 o'clock at the morning are the timing for the first paper. We already know the first paper, the subject of the first paper. Right. These are the 3 information we already know long time ago, for example. And then, so eustress, how this situation can be a eustress for you guys is you already know the timing, you already know the date. So from now on, you will do some preparation, some revision in order for you guys to prepare yourself to face the exam. So these are the eustress. The stress is there, but it will push yourself to do some preparation and for what we call it to prepare ourselves to face the exam. But some other people will take this situation, the same situation, towards the distress. For example, we know that okay, 5th November are our exam date. Today is 27th of October. We like have a 1 week more to the exam date. So some other people, some other individual will think for the distress like this. I still got time. Aku ada masa lagi. Boleh relax lagi. Tak ada masalah. Esok lusa aku boleh belajar lagi. So, dia akan melambat-lambatkan. They will do the, like procrastination. Alright. Lengah-lengahkan perkara tu. They will think like, tomorrow I can do some revision. I still got time, what? No need to worry. So, till the 5th of November, so meaning like 4th of November, then only this distressed individual will feel more anxious, will feel more depressed. That time only they want to do some revision, they want to prepare themselves for the exam. You see, the same situation, meaning that the exam situation, 5th November, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then the first subject. You already know a long time ago, isn't it? But then, some people will take this situation as a eustress. Just push yourself, do some revision, prepare yourself for the exam. But other individual, they will take the same current thing as a distress, right? So stress means the current event. This happen around us. We know the things, all right? So we move on to the anxiety. which is kebimbangan. In Malay we call it kebimbangan. Kita bimbang sangat, kita risau sangat, kita risau dengan perkara yang belum tentu berlaku lagi. You see, in Malay I already wrote down there, perkara yang akan datang atau yang belum tentu berlaku, tertanya-tanya, membuatkan kita risau dan bimbang. These are the future things. Tomorrow what will gonna happen? What will, if, too many if in their mind. Alright? So same thing, the exam. Okay, once you finish the exam, for example, you finish the first paper, and then as a normal student, not normal, okay, as a student, we have to prepare ourselves, get focused to the next subject, isn't it? Because we have a lot of subject of exam, but then some other student, they will have some anxiety, so-called anxiety, kebimbangan, kerisauan, about the paper that they take the exam, right? They will think like, how about my score? Is it okay? Is it true all the answer that I wrote down on the paper? And then they will feel too worried, too much of worried, too much of scared. All right, anxiety. Some people, they have stress, they have anxiety. We as a human being, we have an element of stress in ourselves. We have an element of anxiety in ourselves. We have an element of depression in ourselves. That is normal. As a normal human being, you will face the stress event. You will face the anxious event. You will face a depressed event. It's a normal. But what are the differences make you and other person is how far your level of anxiety. Is it very severe or extreme severe? All right. So anxiety, the simplest way that you need to understand is future things. All right. You feel worried about future things. Kita rasa bimbang sangat, kita rasa risau sangat dengan perkara yang belum tentu berlaku. Kita boleh risau, tapi bukannya dengan keterlaluan. Too worried, severe, no. Alright. So and then the third one will be depression, kemurungan. Alright. You feel depressed. Meaning here is past event. For example, perkara yang dah lama berlaku, it happened long time ago, very long time ago. Masih belum selesai lagi. Pendam lama sangat sehingga membuatkan kita jadi murung. Right. So these are the past event. For example, in your childhood, for example, or in your primary school period, in your secondary school period, or in your high school period, some issues happen in your life, for example, or maybe hope dijauhkanlah perkara ni daripada kita. Alright, maybe you have some other people facing family issues in their life, right? They were facing a lot of what terrified thing in their life. These are the past event yang menghantui fikiran mereka, still in their mind, not finished yet. A lot of unfinished business in their mind. Right. So this thing, when they depress in their mind, okay, for very long time period ago. So this past event, for example, sekarang ini, okay, for example, in COVID-19, okay, since March we have a MCO, movement control order, isn't it? And then we move to MCOM, and then we move to now. These are the current what we call it situation in KL, Selangor, and Putrajaya. Some other places they have a PKPB, Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan Bersyarat. They still need to stay put home, stay where they are. All right. So this situation happened like 2 weeks and Like it's not only 2 weeks, it's a month. How many months that we are facing this one? So it become a new norm in our life. But other people, if they cannot adapt this new norm, when they cannot adapt with this new norm, when they cannot adapt with this new lifestyle, they will might be fall or having some symptoms of depression. So we need to aware what are the symptoms of depression. We need to aware what are the symptoms of anxiety, and we need to aware also what are the symptoms of stress. All right. Again, I remind you guys, and then also I remind myself also. Stress is a current event. We know the things happen. All right. Anxiety is future things. We feel worried, kita rasa bimbang, kita rasa takut dengan perkara yang belum tentu berlaku. And then the third thing is depression. All right. Kemurungan is a past event. In psychology also, kita berpendapat, we agree that when one individual they facing the same symptoms, for example the sadness, 2 weeks and prolong, all right, they will fall under a mild depression. So we need to very aware about our physical changes, our emotional changes. We need to really aware about it. Right. Then we move on to the sign of stress. These are the sign of stress. Physical. First thing first, we need to look at our physical state. Okay. Sometimes we feel like we have a headache out of nowhere. We doesn't know what we call it, the punca dia. We doesn't know where this come from, why this happened. Sometimes you feel headache, and then you feel big pain here, all right, in your shoulder, your aches and pains, all right. Meaning that you will feel like your body feel aches and pains. Okay, rasa tak senang duduk, rasa berpeluh-peluh, rasa sakit kepala, and then feel like a butterfly in your stomach. Okay, stomach ache. These are the physical sign of stress. Okay, if you find this sign for the physical, like prolonged, like 2 days, 3 days, or that thing, you need to refer to the doctor, medical doctor. Might be not of maybe it's not from the stress event, but maybe you have a physical issues. But when you are in a stress event, for example, just now I give an example like you having an exam. You know, in 1 week you will face the exam. So now you are feeling like rasa sakit-sakit badan, rasa tak tenteram. Alright. So in mental, we move on to the mental difficulty in concentrating. Okay, when you are in a stress, the sign that you might be aware is you find that you very difficult to concentrate in one work. Okay, very difficult, like senang terlalai, like senang macam termenung. Okay, so you need to very aware about it. And then increased error. Increased error meanings here is normally you have your daily routine life, isn't it? You have your daily routine life as a student, your daily routine life like this and this, right? So in this daily routine life, maybe you're not aware. Okay, this one increase errors, you're not aware, but your surroundings, your friends, your family, your maybe your lecturers, they will find that something happened in your life because increased error in your daily routine life. And then also the last thing is poor decision making, right? You really find really hard to make a decision. Maybe in very small thing also you cannot make a decision. So these are the sign of stress for the mental. Okay, alright, we move on to okay, these are the jenis-jenis sakit kepala, headache. This is migraine, alright, migraine. Ingat tau betul-betul, migraine kat depan, okay, darah tinggi kat belakang, high blood pressure, you feel itches here, alright, and then stress ini semua sakit kepala ni, sini sakit, belakang sakit, semua sakit, alright, and then ni paling sakit sekali, tak ada duit, okay, I just kidding, alright, bila tak ada duit lagi kita sakit kepala. Ini selalu saya tunjukkan untuk orang yang bekerja. Sekarang ni tak ada duit ni bukan untuk orang yang bekerja saja, okay, when you have no money, you feel itches like your whole body. And then as a reminder, okay, we move on to the 3K element. I always remind my client, I always remind my colleagues, my students, whoever come here for the counseling services, I always remind them and I always remind myself, okay, especially during this pandemic, COVID-19, right? Now we focus on your situation. Guys, student, you are at your home, isn't it? In our university, we do really understand your situation. We also understand that you want to come back to the campus. You want to have like study, uh, normal study in the class. You want to go to class. You want to go to the lab. You want to go to the library. You want to do your research. You want to finish your FYP. Yes, we really, really understand that your intention, but we do need to take the big responsible, means that our responsible for current moment, we need to stay where we are. Right? This pandemic, COVID-19, these are the unpredictable disease. Wherever can be, what we call it, boleh jadi mangsa kepada COVID-19 ini. So dengan itu kita kena sentiasa ingat lebih besar lagi tanggungjawab kita. Yeah, we do know that as a normal student, you need to go to the class. Like I said before, you want to go to your lab, library, you want to see your friends, you want to do a group assignment, okay, you want to come back to the residential college. Yes, we do really, really understand the thing. But now, in this pandemic COVID-19, we have to take some responsible. We as a human being, kita kena sedar, adik-adik sekalian, kawan-kawan semua, kita kena sedar sangat. This is a 3K element. Kenapa saya cakap 3K element? In our life, okay? In ourself, dalam diri kita sendiri, kita ada 3K ini. Okay, K yang pertama, the first K is kehendak. Okay. Apa kehendak diri kita sekarang ni? You as a student, what is your desire right now? Kehendak awak yang pertama adalah, the first thing is you want to come back to the campus, isn't it? Itu kehendak kita. Kita nak balik ke campus, kita nak duduk dekat college kita, kita nak pergi kelas macam biasa, kita nak pergi ke lab, we want to go to the lab, we want to hang out with our friends, okay, kita nak dapatkan internet yang cukup kuat, okay, these are the kehendak kita, okay, kehendak kita. Alright, ini yang kita nakkan as a student. You have your own daily routine life. For example, in campus, what you do contoh macam waktu lapang, what you will do. For example, you will start cycling, you will go to the swimming, you have your sports activities, banyak sangat, isn't it? So that is the kehendak. But then kita kena tengok apa keperluan kita sekarang ini. Apa yang awak perlu as a student. Alright? As a student, you ada kelas, betul? You kena attend your class. Nowadays, class are online, isn't it? You have to attend it. So kehendak, keperluan. Misalnya you ada assignment yang awak kena buat. Keperluan sekarang juga. Where you are, most of you are at your own home, isn't it? With your family. your what we call it, your function, your peranan anda sebagai anak pun awak kena tunaikan dekat family awak, isn't it? Kita faham dekat universiti kami sebagai staff di universiti kami faham sangat keadaan anda di sana. Ya betul, sangat menekan kat rumah. Betul tak? When you are in campus, you are wearing hat, your personality as a student. Am I right? You have your own daily routine life. In campus, okay, for example, I give you, right? Early morning, you wake up early morning and then you prepare yourself, uh, and then 8 o'clock or 7:30 you going to the class. Okay, awak pergi kelas, habis kelas mungkin ada masa lengang, then you go lunch with your friends, and then after that mungkin petang tak ada kelas, you go to the library. After that you come back to your college. Maybe you rehat sekejap, petang you ada your leisure activities, your sports activities, and malam you buat your own revision apa semua. So these are the daily routine life as a student in campus. Some of us mungkin hujung minggu kita keluar dengan kawan-kawan, maybe you have a movie time, maybe you have your leisure, your entertainment activities. But when you are at home, okay, dengan keadaan pandemik sekarang ini, especially yang berada dalam kawasan PKPB ataupun di mana-mana negeri sekarang ini, bukan hanya PKPB, adik-adik semua. Alright, kat semua negeri sekarang ini kesnya sudah ada. So we have to be really take the cautious, kita kena berhati-hati bila keluar. So bila kat rumah, perkara-perkara yang awak buat dekat campus ni limited, isn't it? Very limited. Everything's online right now. You have a lot of time at home. So bila kehendak versus needs, dia akan crash kat situ. Then we move on to the third K, which is keutamaan. What are our priority right now? Okay, adik-adik sekalian, I want you guys to understand yourself, to understand the current situation, to understand the what are actually our nation, our country facing. It's not only look at back our desire, kehendak kita. Adik-adik sekalian, we need to look at these are the most important thing, the priority. What are the main for current moment? Apakah keutamaan? Keutamaan sekarang adalah awak kena duduk kat mana yang awak berada sekarang ni. Duduk dekat rumah, everything kelas kat online. Alright, these are the priority. Priority awak sekarang ni awak kat rumah. You have a lot of time to understand, to spend time with the family. Yes, you have a class during day. Okay, you have a class. These are the priority. You need to communicate with your family. You need to communicate with your family. Okay, cakap kat mak ayah awak, sekian-sekian masa ni saya ada kelas, mungkin sekian-sekian masa ni banyak saya akan duduk dalam bilik. You are in room, right? Awak perlu fokus. Mungkin habis kelas awak boleh tolong mak ayah awak. So this is the important thing right now, guys. Everybody have to take the responsibility. Alright, I hope that I really do hope that when we understand these 3K element, the first K kehendak, yes, kita ada kehendak kita, we have our own desire, but then we need to look back our keperluan right now. What are our needs? And then after needs, we need to look at keutamaan. What are the priority for current moment? These are the really main thing that we need to do. Alright. So, as a reminder untuk diri saya juga. As for example, desire saya. Okay. Saya kat Johor Bahru. I'm at Johor Bahru. Even though Johor Bahru, there is no PKPB. Okay. Kehendak saya mungkin saya nak keluar. I want to hang out with my family. Go for the shoppings. I mean, want to go for the any function. But then when I see itu kehendak saya, but what are the priority right now? Adakah patut saya buat begitu? Sedangkan keadaan sekarang memerlukan kita untuk jaga diri kita. We need to take care of ourselves. Keadaan sekarang ini, this current situation really need us to meaning that take a prevention uh, prevention action, like stay at home. If you don't have any important or urgent things, please do not go out. So these are the priority. Keluar bila perlu, keluar untuk kerja dan balik rumah, duduk di rumah. These are the priority. When you can understand the current situation, the pandemic, yes, I really saya faham yang kita semua boleh adapt dengan situasi baru ini. Alright guys, can? And then we move on to the these are the myth. Okay, we move on to the how you can manage your stress. The first thing first is spiritual religion, based on your own religion. All right. This the second one is a cognitive, your mind, how you going to take things like a positive things and do some relaxation, meditation. Okay. And then time management, eating, as well as okay. These are the next step that we can do wherever you are. These are mindfulness for how we can, in a brief way, in a short way, to manage our stress. Stop. First stop. Okay. When we look at stop, S meaning stop. Whatever you do, okay, contoh, awak tengah buat kerja, you are doing your assignment, alright? For example, you tak cukup apa, you don't have any enough references, for example, to do your assignment. So you start somewhere. Stop. The first S is stop. Berhenti dulu. You stop first, alright? Then T is a take a breath. Tarik nafas. Alright? Tarik nafas. First thing first, you stop first, and then second one is take a breath. Tarik nafas. In and out. In and out. Make sure when you do the technique, breathing technique, make sure you do the belly breathing technique. Okay, what we call it, belly breathing. Your belly, these are your belly, isn't it? Saya tak pasti awak boleh nampak ke tidak perut saya. Alright, these are the belly breathing technique. Usually when we take a breath in, okay, our chest will naik ke atas, betul tak? Kita tarik nafas je, chest kita yang naik, kita memenatkan otot kat sini, okay? We are push our muscle here, we are push our shoulder muscle. That is the wrong way actually, okay? Untuk belly breathing technique, you might have to make sure when you breathe in, all the oxygen, okay, oxygen tu terus go straight to your tummy. So you will feel like your tummy ke depan sikit. Okay, you have to put your hand like this. Okay, letakkan tangan di perut. Okay, bila awak tarik nafas, awak akan rasa perut awak kembang sikit. Okay, you feel like your tummy is been tighten up. Alright, and then breathe out. When you breathe out, awak akan rasa perut awak kempis tanpa memaksa otot di bahu awak bekerja. Make sure your belly is working. Alright. Breathe in the nose and breathe out with your mouth. Okay. And then when you do this step, S and T, S is stop first, T is take a breath. O, while you take a breath, O is observe your surrounding. Observe your surrounding. Look at your left, look at your right, observe your surrounding. For example, okay, now you are at your home, isn't it? You are at your own room. You're doing your work, you're doing your assignment, for example, or you are in a really stress mode. So you find some places, you stop, means that you masuk bilik you stop, you duduk kat dalam bilik, you do the breathing technique, and then you observe your surrounding. Observe yourself. Tengok you punya desk. Look at your desk. Tengok. Ask yourself, what actually I'm doing right now? Tanya buat diri awak, aku nak pergi mana ni? Tergopoh gapah ni. Apa yang aku tengah buat ni? Kenapa semua benda tak kena? Observe. You need to observe. Okay, observe surrounding. When you do the S stop, when you do the take a breath, all right? T, and when you do the O, observe. When you observe your surrounding, when your oxygen level balance up in your body. P means at the O stage. At the O stage, you will find some new ideas what you can do. The next step after you observe your surrounding, you will get new idea. And P here is proceed, meaning proceed is proceed with your new idea. Okay, some people do the assignment, you take so many of books, you take so many of references, all right? Maybe at the same time also you call your friends, you have a video call with your group assignment. Okay, everything is a hanky-panky here and there. Am I right? Okay, semua benda tak kena. Buat macam ni, you tak dapat idea baru. When you do the stop first, take a breath, observe your surrounding, and you will get the new idea. Then you can proceed with your new idea. But then this stop need to parallel with the fourth block. What is the fourth block here meaning? Fourth block here means F. The first F is your foot. Foot. You know your foot, tapak kaki. Adik-adik, tapak kaki your foot. Okay. When you do the stop, you have to make sure your foot. F is foot. O is on. F, another F is floor. Okay, you have to make sure your foot, tapak kaki awak betul-betul berada di lantai. Betul-betul tapak kaki awak ni kena rasa kat lantai tu. Jangan awak duduk silang ke. You don't put your legs on top of the chair like this. No. Alright? So you have to make sure your foot on floor. Okay, when you put your foot on the floor, you punya posture badan will straighten up. Okay, and B, what are the B here? B is butt. Your butt, B-U-T-T. Okay, punggung kita. Alright, your butt. On C is chair. These are the chair. Okay, butt on chair. Fourth block. When you have this fourth block posture, okay, your body posture, alright, bila awak letak betul-betul kaki anda, tapak kaki awak betul-betul dekat lantai, your butt, punggung awak betul-betul di kerusi, on chair, you have like a really good body posture. When you have a really good body posture, you do the stop. S is stop, so now I'm stop. T is take a breath, in and out, like 2 or 3 times or 4. It's up to you until you feel the calmness, all right? Until you feel the calmness. Okay, take a breathe in. Make sure you put your hand in your tummy. You can feel your tummy, all right? Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in and breathe out, all right? And then O is while you breathe in, okay, and breathe out, you observe your surrounding, observe your room, observe your desk, for example. Observe where you are right now, where you want to go. Ask yourself, tanya pada diri awak, awak nak ke mana ni? Kenapa gopoh-gopoh sangat? Kan aku boleh buat macam ni. So when you find a new idea, proceed with the new idea, right? Okay, these are the mindfulness activities that you can do when you are in a stress event. And then tips at home. All right, listen and try to understand. Listen, meaning listen here is listen to your family members, listen to your siblings, Maybe some of us, we have our so-called that like best friend. Okay, kita ada kawan-kawan, maybe dia orang dalam keadaan yang tertekan, dia akan call ataupun kawan-kawan awak akan WhatsApp awak. Try to listen them. Listen not to reply, listen to understand them, right? Try to understand. Observe surrounding. These are the really good time for yourself. Okay, observe. You are at your home. You got very ample time at home. Observe your family. Try to understand them. Communicate with your family. Show your love. Okay, we need to show our love not only for your family. Show your love to your friends. Okay, listen to them. Support each other. Okay, you are at your own places right now. If you are come back at the college, at the university, you can face to face with your friend, isn't it? But now everybody uh, spread like everybody in their own places. Okay, maybe your friend in Johor Bahru, some other friends in Negeri Sembilan, maybe in overseas. So use the technology platform. Ask about apa khabar diorang, tanya khabar, what they are doing, how well they are. Show your caring, show your love to them. Alright? Peace and calm at home. Cari kawasan-kawasan ataupun tempat-tempat yang menenangkan awak. Do some activities together with your family. Do some activities with your friends through online. Yes, boleh. Banyak sangat di YouTube kita boleh tengok macam-macam yang mereka buat. Some of them buat start to do a video what actually their daily routine life while MCO, bila duduk kat rumah apa mereka buat. This activity actually give some ideas to others also. So please, actually we can do a lot at home, right? These are the great time actually to us to really understand our family, to really understand ourselves. And then list down your daily routine. List down what you can do. Today, what you need to do. Tomorrow, what you need to do. Right? Eat well. And last but not least, do some exercises. It's really important to make sure you are in really healthy condition. When you are in campus, I'm pretty sure that kita semua ada aktiviti sukan yang kita buat dekat campus kan. So sama juga kat rumah pun awak perlu cari idea, tanya kawan-kawan, borak-borak dengan kawan melalui social media dan sebagainya. Tanya idea-idea mereka, apa yang mereka buat dekat rumah. Mungkin idea mereka awak boleh guna, awak boleh olah sikit, boleh buat dekat rumah awak juga. Do some exercise. Right. So solution, the great solution. The first thing first is family support system. Really good. Really important. Family support system. Okay. Communicate with them. Support the family as well as for the parents. Kalau ada parents yang sedang menonton live ini, I really not only urge but I really encourage parents, talk to your children, understand them, alright? Be their friends. Tanya apa keperluan mereka sekarang. Tanya apa keutamaan mereka sekarang. What their priority for current moment. Ingat balik 3K tadi. The first K is kehendak, desire. The second K is keperluan, what they really need. And then the third is keutamaan, which is what are the priority. Alright, family support system, especially dalam keadaan pandemic ini, we really need to have a good family support system. Support each other, talk to each other, make a healthy relationship with each other. Alright, and then support group meaning here is your friends, your colleagues. Okay, siapa pun sangat-sangat penting adik-adik, para penonton semua sekalian. Okay, really important. Dalam support group ni, you can find your friend. Dalam support group ini, awak boleh dapat kata-kata positif. Okay, dalam support group ini, awak boleh dapat some fresh idea, new idea from your colleagues, from your surrounding. Really important. And as well as the counseling. If you find yourself have some symptoms of like tadi yang saya dah bagi tahu tadi, anxiety ke, if you find like symptoms of stress ke, depression ke, do not hesitate to refer to the counselling center. In UTM, you're always welcome. Our stakeholders, our students, staff, community members, you're always welcome. Datanglah kat sini. Counselling, you need to remember guys, counselling is not for problematic person only. No, that is a myth in counselling. When we say counselling, mesti orang akan cakap untuk orang masalah, counselling ni dia ni apa gila, untuk orang gila lah. Counselling ni, bila kita sebut counselling dia ada satu stigma. We have a one stigma. No, counselling is everybody actually. Counselling is for everybody. When counselling is step in, for example, alright, kita ada perkara yang kita boleh share dengan parents kita. Okay, we have something that we can share with our parents, but the same thing we really cannot share with our friends or with our colleagues. Am I right? Ada kan? Ada. Alright. So, means that thing is only we can share with our parents. Okay. The second situation I give you, we have one thing that we only can share with our friends only, with our best friends only. Tapi perkara yang sama, the same thing we really cannot, or we really feel shy to share with our parents. Ada tak? Mesti ada. Kan? But the things, ada satu perkara ni, we have one thing, really, it's not only issues, anything that you want to share, yang awak nak luar, tapi perkara ini, the things, you cannot share with your family, as well as you cannot share with your friends. Betul tak? Ada kan banyak, memang ada banyak macam tu. Memang ramai sangat yang menghadapi situasi sebegini. They cannot share with their parents, they cannot share with their friends, they cannot share with anyone. Then end up like they simpan sendiri. They will simpan sendiri, depressed dalam diri dia sendiri. And then at the end, bila dia tak luahkan pada sesiapa, dia burn out. And then they fall under anxiety or depression. So when is counseling really important for yourself? When you find these two situation, you ada benda you nak share sebenarnya. Awak ada benda nak luar, tapi awak rasa awak tak boleh share dengan pasangan awak, your spouse. You tak boleh, you cannot share with your family, your parents, your siblings. Same as well as you cannot share with your friends. So come with us. Come with us. We have a lot of service that we provide for you guys. We are here to listen to you. That is our main, what we call it, tugas kita. Okay, our main function is to listen to you guys. Okay, all right. And then self-care strategies. Just now I mentioned to you some belly breathing technique. You have a stop, off box, eat well, exercise, list down your daily routine life. So these are the self-care strategies. And then last kali saya letak kat sini, medication and antidepressant. Ini medication ni, this one, whoever yang refer to the psychiatrist, sekiranya if psychiatrist prescribe you a medication, then you need to take medication. That one is for the severe, extreme severe cases. Okay, I put here only for your information. Alright guys, and then remember, you are not alone. Alright, you are not alone. Talk to others first. first year, for example. Okay, talk to your friends, for example. Talk to your colleagues, for example. Talk to your family. Talk to your siblings. All right. Talk to your counselor. Talk to your lecturer. Talk to your what we call it, academic advisor. We are here for you. All right. Then do not afraid to ask for help. Jangan rasa takut. Jangan rasa anxious sangat. Janganlah rasa risau sangat nak minta tolong. No, we are linked to each one of us. Okay, kita manusia, we are human. Actually, we need help from others. Then only we can grow up. Am I right? We need help from others. Then only we can push ourselves to grow up. All right. Okay, guys. And then utilize help available on campus. In campus, we have a lot of services that we what we call it we provide for you. Utilize it, and then find your support system. Right. These are the campus resources. We have a HCP office, we have a counseling center, we have a health center, we have a youth and career center. Okay, we have a main library. So use it. All right. And then these are the services and facilities that we provide in counseling center. We have a mental health and student development program. We provide expertise in psychological consultation, assessment and enhancement, personal and academic counseling, motivational workshop, therapeutic garden, snow zealand therapy room. Okay, if you are in campus, anyone in campus can drop by here. All right. If you are at home, please stay tuned with our Facebook page. After this, I will show you the Facebook page link. All right, stay tuned there. We have a lot of program for you guys in virtual. All right, and then we have a support group. We have biofeedback therapy. So how you can find us? We are at the our building code is S41. All right, near to the KTC, College Tunku Chancellor. If anyone in campus right now, you can drop by here. All right. And then the Aziz guide here and care. This is our Facebook, facebook.com/pkkutm pusat counseling UTM ataupun or in IG, Instagram UTM counseling. So these are the, the email address. Do contact us. Okay, do communicate with us. All right. And then skill wins medals, but attitude wins heart. I have to remember that skills wins medal, but attitude. Take care of yourself. And then last but not least, my point of view before I end my session, right before I hand over back to the Mr. Amir, depression don't pick people. Don't choose people. Depression will hit many people. So this depression, this anxiety, so-called that mental health issues, they don't pick people. They don't choose people. The mental health issues will hit many people. And then the longer you keep the mental health issues, I focus on depression here. The longer you keep depression, the more damage you put into your body, especially your physical damage. Please remember, talk to each other, communicate with your family, communicate with your siblings, communicate with your friends, your colleagues, and do remember we need as a human being, we need help from others. All right, and then that's all for me. Hope that you guys get some information from my sharing. Uh, Again, my name is Nurul Aziz bin Mohamed, psychology officer from Counselling Center UTM JB. There's my Facebook and my IG, my email. We can communicate each other. We can contact each other. Inshallah. I really enjoy my session, even though I cannot see you guys, but I really enjoy it. I want to share some information with you, and Alhamdulillah, with God willings, I already share what are the information that I have to share with you. Inshallah, thank you so much. I give you back to the Mr. Ame. Thank you, Mr. Ame.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz. Such a meaningful and splendid sharing session. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are several questions for Mr. Aziz from our viewers. Hold on, yeah. Okay, the first question is from Mr. Christopher Hassim. Is anxiety actually good or bad for us, Mr. Aziz? Mr. Aziz?
Mr. Amir?
Yeah, Mr. Aziz, yeah? Seems that there's problem with the connection here. Mr. Aziz, you still with us? Can you hear me? It seems there's a problem with Mr. Aziz's side of it. Mr. Aziz?
Yes, I'm here. Can you
Okay, all right.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. All right. And can the first question is can you hear me now? All right. Okay. All right. The first question is from Christopher
Yeah.
Hassim.
All right.
The question is anxiety actually good or bad for us?
Okay, anxiety. When we talk about anxiety, is a kebimbangan. Okay, anxiety is actually, all right. Kebimbangan ini, we need to look back. What are the causes that make us feel anxious? All right, and how far our anxious. If you feel anxious, for example, like 7 or 14 days and above, all right, for 2 weeks. In psychological, we believe 2 weeks and prolong. If you have these symptoms of anxious for 2 weeks and prolong, then that is bad for your health actually. All right. So that's why you need to refer to the counseling center. Come to us and take. We have one instrument, so called that DAS, depression, anxiety, and stress scale. These are like a questionnaire. We have a 21 question. So from that question, we can see level of anxiety or level of stress, as well as level of depression.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Aziz. All right. The next question is from Done. Okay, our next question is from Nurin Athira. Her question is, could anxiety cause insomnia?
Insomnia, when we call it as a insomnia meanings like kita feel really hard to sleep. Okay, insomnia means we really do need to understand the definition of insomnia. We cannot simply say I have insomnia. No, insomnia, no, is one of the mental issues. Okay, insomnia is a really deep. Okay, when we are in anxious mood or stress mode, yeah, this is normal for us to feel like really hard to sleep. Okay, rasa susah nak tidur, rasa macam tak tenang fikiran. Okay, insomnia meanings here your sleeping circle. Your sleeping circle has been disturbed. Okay, insomnia. Okay, our sleeping circle actually at night, isn't it? Okay, from 10 p.m. until, for example, 5 a.m. For example, or as a normal human being, we need to have a deep sleep around 7 to 6 hours. Deep sleep. All right. Deep sleep here meaning uh, you cannot, kita boleh tambah siang tidur 2 jam, malam 2 jam, pagi 2 jam. No, not like that. So you need to have 6 hours of deep sleep. That is a good normal sleeping cycle. For insomnia meaning you dah ganggu your sleeping circle. Okay, you dah ganggu kitaran tidur awak. So insomnia ni lebih kepada mental health issues. What anxiety? Yes, betul, anxiety boleh menyebabkan anda sukar tidur, find difficult to sleep. We cannot mention anxiety, and then I also cannot mention this, for example, so called that. Okay, I cannot by my own self knowledge without confirmation from the expertise. I cannot confirm that myself have anxiety. No, I need to undergo some session to find out myself whether I'm in anxiety level or not.
Alright.
Right, thank you, Mr. Amir. Next
Thank you,
question.
Mr. Aziz. Next question is
Mm-hmm.
from, from the next question is from Tang Yu Kwan, and his the question is how to self help for depression.
Okay, depression. Just now I mentioned depression is a past thing, or depression means any what we call it, any sadness things or any negative thing that happened to us prolong until 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks and above, that can fall to depression. So when we find we have some symptom, and first thing first, please, in UTM we have a counseling center. Please refer to the counseling center. Okay, before you, yeah, I do really what we call it, realize that nowadays everything is fingertips, isn't it, Mr. Amir? Everything are
Yeah.
fingertips. All right, people can Google a lot of information in the internet, isn't it? All right,
Yes.
right. They can actually so called that boleh jadi doktor sendiri lah, kan? Boleh confirm kan ada depression ke tidak, ada sakit apa ke tidak, semua boleh buat dalam internet nowadays. Alright, everything are fingertips, but we need to realize that the what we call it, from the expertise are really important. Find some symptoms of depression, yes, the first thing, come to the counseling center, find some counselors, ask for the professional help. Okay, and then if you find really hard to find some professional help, talk to your meanings, your next kin, or talk to your parents, for example, talk to your siblings, for example, to person that you really trust them. Okay, you need to communicate. In mental health issues, the good way, the brief way to reduce the symptoms by communication. You need to communicate. Awak kena luahkan dulu. Okay, luahkan sedikit demi sedikit. Ini sangat penting sebenarnya. Alright. And then self-help for depression also. Untuk depression, orang depression ini kebiasaannya dia tend to avoid the social social life. Okay, they tend to what we call it isolate themselves. They tend to withdraw from the social activities. Okay, so untuk menjauhkan diri daripada orang lain, untuk orang-orang yang depression ini. Okay, dia rasa tak berguna, dia rasa menyusahkan orang lain. Ini pemikiran These are the mindset of depression people. Okay, dia rasa macam apa? Kalau untuk yang yang membahayakan, dia rasa macam tak ada guna lagi untuk hidup. Okay, sehingga kan boleh mencederakan diri. So for this kind of people, keluar daripada ruangan tersebut, come out with that situation. That's why communicate each other is really important. Okay, alright, and then make sure get professional help.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Aziz. All right. Last question. We have last question from Sabrina Shukor. Her question is quite relatable to me as I'm an overthinker myself. How to control ourselves from overthink? I'm an overthinker myself as
Okay,
well.
how to control ourselves?
Overthink.
Overthink. Okay. First thing first, you aware yourself is an overthinker person. Am I right? Awak sedar benda tu. Kalau tak sedar, awak takkan tanya soalan macam ni, isn't it?
Yep, true.
Mesti sedar awak ni seorang yang overthinker. Okay, I like to confront my client, especially those having an overthinking personality. Right. Saya suka tanya pada dia, sampai bila awak nak overthink macam ni? Awak tak rasa penat ke? Penat kan? You feel really tired, isn't it? You feel really tired, I know. Sangat-sangat penat untuk orang yang overthink ni. But you still do the same. Because of awak risau, you feel anxious, you feel worried. That's why we overthink. Okay? We put everything into ourselves. Overthink. So you kena faham diri awak dulu. Awak kena faham betul-betul. You really need to understand why you overthink. What actually makes you overthink? Ini jawapan ni saya tak ada. Jawapan ni diri dia saja ada. Kan? Cause dia, kenapa, apa yang menyebabkan. Alright? Kalau dia rasa, okay, saya nak fulfill my assignment in a perfect way. Kan? Untuk orang yang macam contoh, dia nak semuanya sempurna. Saya pula suka tanya, do you think that in this world everything is sempurna? Tak. Sedangkan diri kita sendiri pun tak sempurna. Kan?
Total true.
So, untuk how to control ourselves from overthink is the first thing first, you need to aware yourself first. Sedari dulu. Jangan overthink sangat, sedari dulu. Kat mana awak sekarang ni? Okay? Alright? So, kiranya untuk mereka nak lebihan maklumat, insyaAllah kami di sini di pusat kaunseling, kita ada 5 orang kaunselor. Kita sentiasa kat sini. We are here for you guys. Always, we are welcome you guys. Feel free to look at our FB fan page, Pusat Counselling Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, our IG page UTM Counselling. You can communicate over there. Also, kita boleh buat online session, make appointment over there. There were 5 counselors. We are here. InsyaAllah, kita sama-sama boleh saling bantu-membantu. InsyaAllah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz. Ladies and gentlemen, since we have been given a limited time, it seems that we have reached the end of the program. For those questions that I'm sorry that I can't read all, but you can ask, you can contact counseling unit or contact Mr. Aziz himself for more questions later on. Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz, for sharing your wonderful and precious time with us. It was a great pleasure having you
Thank you
today.
so much. Thank you so much.
And to all viewers,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And viewers, thank you so much. Stay tuned for more upcoming webinars on
Thank you.
Facebook, on our Facebook page. Don't forget to like, comment, and share our program. And hopefully we'll meet again in the next session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And bye for now. Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz. Thank you, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.